In this video, we're going to focus on Backstage Software Catalog. In today's rapidly evolving technology landscape, managing a vast array of software tools, services, and components is a huge task. That's where the Backstage.io software catalog comes in. Originally built by Spotify, Backstage has been open sourced to benefit the developer community at large. This presentation aims to give you a detailed overview of the Backstage software catalog, its features, how it works, and why it's a game changer in the world of software development and management. But first, if you're not familiar with Backstage, it's an open source developer portal that consolidates all your infrastructure tools, services, and documentation under a single unified interface. It was created to help developers to be more productive by reducing cognitive load, context switching, and making it easier to onboard and manage software. The software catalog is a centralized information hub. It is one of the most powerful features of Backstage. It serves as a centralized database where all of your software components, services, libraries, data pipelines, and more can be organized and managed. Let's take a look at some of the features of the software catalog. The first feature is inventory management. The catalog provides a single source of truth for all software components and their metadata. The second feature is ownership. Track who owns what. Each component in the catalog has an owner, which makes it easy to find out whom to talk to about a particular piece of software. The third feature is version control. The catalog helps you manage different versions of your software components. The next feature is search and discovery. Easily search through the catalog to find the components you're looking for. Integration is the next feature. The catalog can be integrated with other parts of Backstage, including the plugin ecosystem. The final feature we'll talk about is customization. You can extend the catalog to include custom metadata, policies, and even new types of software components. Now let's turn our attention to the data model. The catalog uses a YAML-based metadata format known as the Backstage descriptor format. Here's a simplified example to define a component. Notice how it looks like a Kubernetes manifest. What is the life cycle of a component? I'm glad you asked. First up is registration. Components are registered manually or discovered automatically via various integrations, such as scanning your GitHub repositories. Next is validation. Upon registration, each component undergoes a series of checks to validate its metadata and configurations. Then there is storage. Validated components are stored in the catalog's database. Finally, usage. Once stored, components can be viewed, edited, and managed through the Backstage UI. Now, why is Backstage Software Catalog a game changer? Well, I got 4 reasons for you. The first one is operational efficiency. A centralized catalog makes it easier to manage a growing list of software components, and therefore reducing operational overhead. The second reason is standardization. That helps in maintaining a standard for how software components are defined and managed. The third reason is enhanced collaboration. By making ownership and metadata transparent, the software catalog encourages collaboration among teams. The fourth and final one is scalability. Designed to handle tens of thousands of components, it's built to scale as your organization grows. To wrap things up, the Backstage.io software catalog is an innovative tool that solves many problems associated with software management. It serves as a centralized repository for all your software components, thereby reducing operational complexity, fostering standardization, and promoting collaboration. In a time when software is increasingly complex and vital to business operations, having a robust management system like Backstage Software Catalog is invaluable. If you're looking to simplify your software management processes, it's worth giving Backstage a try. And now, let's take a look at a demo. Let's take a look at a demo of the Backstage Catalog. When you start off the Backstage application, you'll see the different components of the catalog. They will show up in the Home tab by default. A component can be an application. You can create a component by clicking the Create button. You can register an existing component manually, which is helpful for bringing existing apps into Backstage. You can also create a component from a template. Templates are great because the platform engineering team can create those templates based on some best practices that you identify in your organization. Then you can expose these templates to your developers. Let's see how to register an existing component. We click on the Register Existing Component button. Then you enter a URL for a catalog-info.yaml file where the entity lives. Or in the case of GitHub, you can just link it to a repo. Backstage will find the catalog-info.yaml file in that GitHub repo. Now let's put our own link to our repo and click the Analyze button. Then click the Import button. Now our component is available and we can click on View Component. Notice the link to GitHub in the View Source button. Also notice how we have access to our GitHub Actions CI/CD pipeline. This is great. We can view our job logs right in Backstage, reducing context switching because we don't have to go to the GitHub Actions page. If you like this material and want to learn more about DevOps and platform engineering, check out TeKanAid Academy. There you'll find detailed courses, labs, and playgrounds to help you master this field. Alright, let's now take a look at a more realistic scenario. Imagine you're a developer who needs to build a Node.js application on Kubernetes, specifically on EKS in AWS. What if you could do this with a click of a button? No need to submit a ticket to the DevOps team and having to wait for this cluster to get created and send you back the results. Now let's do it right now. Go to the home page and click the Create button. Click the Choose button for the Node.js app on AWS EKS cluster template. Fill in the form and click Create when done. That's it. You'll have your EKS cluster ready in about 10 minutes. You can check up on your new app at any time by going to that new component and going to the CI/CD tab. You can check the job logs, and there you'll see the Terraform output for your EKS cluster when it's done. You know what? The more I learn about platform engineering, the more I see how valuable it will be for developers. Not only for developers, but for operations folks and organizations as a whole. This should speed up time to market for your applications, and it should do it in a very significant way. I hope this demo has been helpful for you to see how Backstage can enable your organization to implement an internal development platform. In a future video, we'll go through the specifics of software templates and see its inner workings. If you like these videos, please make sure to like and subscribe. This encourages me to create more videos like this one. Also, let me know in the comments section below, what do you think of the future of DevOps? What do you think of platform engineering? Have you started to look at some internal developer platforms? If you have, please share what you've found with me also in the comments section. I'll be happy to take a look. And that's it, everyone. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video.